some breaking news, I suppose, which comes as no real surprise that the general election has been called for the 28th of April. So there you go. No real surprise, like I say, but the general election in Trinidad has been called for the 28th of April. It's going to be an interesting election. I think it's going to be a tough one to call simply because who we have running as the opposition leader. I believe if the opposition leader, the UNC leader, Kamla, had stepped down, then the UNC would have had a fighting chance of winning the election. However, with her deciding to hold on to power, her desperate need to hold on to power, I think that's ultimately going to be the downfall of the UNC. In any case, it's going to be interesting. Obviously, the PNM has a new leader in Stuart Young. He brings a different dynamic, a different kind of excitement to the PNM party. Let's see what he does, but at least he's bringing something different to what we should be expecting from the UNC. He's bringing a different type of energy to the PNM. So it's going to be interesting. I think it's still going to be a very tight election. I haven't seen the polls or anything like that. But in any case, it will be a tight election. I want to be optimistic. I really want to be optimistic. But I've seen this many times before, unfortunately, and I don't think we are going to see any real change, irregardless of who wins this election. I think the real change is going to come from the people, and it's going to take us really rising and holding these politicians to account, because we've seen the same playbook over and over again. I believe the UNC had been in power since the PNM has been in power since 2010. I believe that's a long time. And we see a crime rate in Trinidad that's pretty much unacceptable. And the idea that state of emergencies or tougher sentencing or harsher punishment for criminals is going to stop crime from escalating is a fantasy. You are living in fantasy land if you believe that's going to work. I mean, we've been doing that for years now. My favorite saying is the definition of madness is to do the same thing and expect a different result. Unfortunately, we've been doing the same thing over and over again in Trinidad and expecting crime to decrease. We currently have a state of emergency. That's not going to fix it. That's not going to change anything. That is a temporary fix. And as far as I can see, the murder rate may have declined slightly, but there were still several murders happening during the state of emergency. So, like I've always said, the only way to stop crime or to reduce crime, you're never going to stop crime completely, but to reduce it to a level that we could say that's acceptable, if you could actually say that, is to invest in the people of Trinidad, invest in technology, invest in trade, invest in diversify our economy, stop this over reliability on gas and oil, give the youths opportunities, give them something to live for, something to fight for, to take them away from going towards crime. This is the only way to stop crime. This is the only way. Believe me, I work in this system here in the UK. I understand it like the back of my hand. I'm telling you that the only way we could do this is to invest in the youths, invest in Trinidad, just invest in the country, give people opportunities, give people jobs, create entrepreneurship, create businesses, tap into our agriculture in Trinidad, tap into manufacturing, tap into tourism, all untapped businesses, or all untapped areas, for want of a better word, in Trinidad. We are solely reliant on gas and oil, and that's not going to cut it. So this is what whoever the next leader is going to be, this is what they need to look into. This is what they need to tap into. This is the only way forward. We cannot keep putting money into police and giving the police more powers or giving them more guns and more. That's not going to fix the problem. We've been trying that for years. Believe me, I know. We've been doing it for years. And I liken it to being diabetic and going to the doctors, and the doctor's giving you insulin because you're now diabetic. Insulin is not going to fix or cure the diabetes that you have. All insulin does is top up the fat or give you insulin that your body is no longer producing, right? That's all it does. It's not going to cure diabetes. But there is a way to cure it by doing some exercise and watching your diet or changing your diet, losing weight. There are ways to reverse it, right? And the reason I use this analogy is because it's the same with crime. If we look at the root causes of crime and get to people before they decide to carry a gun, before they decide to carry a knife and go and rob someone, go and shoot someone, if we get to them before, give them opportunities, like similar to if you didn't eat junk food and exercise, you wouldn't have diabetes. If you get to someone before, or get to these youngsters before they pick up a knife, a gun, and give them opportunities, they're less likely to go out and commit crime. By the time you've got diabetes, sometimes it's too late. You're fighting, it's a battle to try and reverse it. And the doctors are not even trying to reverse it. They're giving you insulin. That doesn't reverse it. You need to diet and exercise. By the time someone commits a crime, it's generally too late. They've murdered someone, they've shot someone, they've burgled the house, they've robbed someone, and they've been now either assassinated by the police or arrested and facing a lengthy sentence. And by that time, it's too late. But that's why I use this analogy. We need to look at the cause of. I'm not going to keep. I feel like a stock record repeating this. And I feel like nothing's going to be done. But we need. This is the only way. This is the only way. The definition of madness is doing the same thing and expecting a different result. We cannot keep doing the same thing. Anyway, general election, 28th of April. Let's see how this plays out. See you guys on the next video. Take care.